Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to the Nations Cup 2025. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, as the weekend is upon us. Diana, I'm joined by, for the first time as well, here on our COD mobile cast together. It's going to be a fun old time, I'm sure. Oh, there you go. She's on the same script that we've got. Both got a really bad cough for the last couple of weeks, and still slowly trying to get better, aren't we, Diana?
Yes, I'm trying my best, but it doesn't help. It doesn't work, but the cough is still there, right? But yeah, I'm so happy to finally cast with you. I think I watched you cast last week once or twice. I think once at least. So I really like that, and it was pretty satisfying watching your guys' accent, well, listening your guys' accent because it's so cool.
Yeah, oh, I appreciate that. I was watching yourself in Infinity casting the first time as well, and that was quite a good one to watch as well. So really, really good to join you alongside. And we've got a couple of good matches up, right? Two teams in this bracket, right? We're in Group D for our second week. And then we have got two teams that could potentially qualify here for the playoffs. France and South Africa are both vying for the opportunity to make it to the playoffs. Our first matchup, though, is going to be Egypt versus South Africa. Let's go into the rosters, Diana.
Yeah, definitely, right? We have Egypt on this side. We have Stepdad, Mars, Power. I might have lost you, or I lost myself.
Oh, I've still hear you, so we're all right if that in that case. So you might have lost the screen, but ADHD and Awaken, a good set of player names at least. I like Stepdad, and I never knew my stepdad played some Call of Duty Mobile, but we'll see if he's got the same control as the rest of the players in the team. Because if it's a stepdad age, maybe not should playing at this age. But South Africa, the other side though, we've got Janelo, Toxic, Muji, Logan, and Oxy. South Africa already off of a win from the last week where they took over Senegal in a pretty convincing fashion as well. It was a 250 to 64 on the hard point and a 7-4 win in the search and destroy. So they're looking like a really good side here. Probably the favourites to win the matchup against Egypt, because Egypt, here's France, a very difficult task, and the French sides, I actually got the pleasure of casting all their qualifiers, so I got to watch all the teams play against each other. And this French side, obviously the ones that came through and make it to the Nations Cup, they are looking good as well. So Egypt, they didn't have an easy game to play in their first week, but hopefully a little bit of a closer matchup this time round.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm looking forward to hear your predictions then, because I did not watch these teams that close, right? So what do you think? Will we get the third game, or it will be a 2-0, at least in the first matchup?
I am solidly thinking that both these games on tonight are going to be 2-0s. That's how bad I think it is, and not in a bad way in terms of players, but just the quality on the other side is just a bit too good. So let's pull up the maps and we'll look at what maps we will be witnessing if we do get the third one. We will be going off to a takeoff control. Very, very much unlikely, but we'll start us off with a slums hard point and then standoff for that search and destroy, which I'm actually looking forward to, because standoff's coming back to normal Call of Duty for Black Ops 7, and I do like it myself. You were saying, Diana, you're not really a big fan of it when it comes to search and destroy, more of a hard point fan. What reason do you not like it for a search and destroy?
I don't know. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the colors. I don't like overall how big is it, right? I prefer it as a hardpoint game, but I do have this like weird maps that I don't like. I also don't like raid, so don't judge me, please.
That's my favorite of all time maps. I can't believe you just slated it like that. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, at least we're not seeing a raid, right? So you won't be upset.
Thank
I
God.
would be a bit upset because we're not seeing a raid, but that was last week, and half the time we didn't get the chance to see it. So I think what was only one control we got last week that went to the control, and we watched the raid. Which is, yeah, typical, but at least we did get one of the game 3s so far in the Nations Cup. I thought we were going to go through the whole groups where we wouldn't see a control map being used throughout the whole series, so that'd be very, very horrible to have, but thankfully we did have one at least. So we've still got 2 more weeks left. Well, 1 more week left now, because technically this is the last of this week. But your predictions, Diana, then what do you think?
I think it's gonna be the same, 2-0. I think, hopefully. I'm not really a big fan of control, right? And to give you an example, that's why I don't like raid at all, because first, when they introduced like the control in COD Mobile, raid had the most unbalanced, spawns from all the maps, so I kind of don't like it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping to 2-0 on both teams, because both matchups actually, because I really want to see those good slumps, right? And also some good, uh, yeah, I
Oh,
forgot the
yeah.
name. Yeah.
Speaking of these slums that we were speaking of, there we are, heading in to map number 1. This is going to be Egypt versus South Africa. Let's see where we kick us off. Who's going to start off with the momentum going forward? I assume it is going to be an Egypt start, and a very strong start at that, but we'll wait and see as we get underway to our first hardpoint.
Oh yeah, definitely. That one statue point, right? Oh my god, it's always game loop is always glitching. I remember when I used to use it. It's a little bit until it gets a little bit hotter, right? So we will see how the players get a little bit more closer to that P1. We have Deacon here on the point, who is getting some good shots. Got a couple of, like, early seconds, but it's still something. It feels like Egypt is actually holding pretty good that chaos that statue P1.
Yeah, well, I was actually surprised there. The Egypt side did start off really strong. You got on the hard point, a couple of good kills going their way early on, and they're still in control of the remaining 23 seconds or so, potentially hold the remainder of this scrap time, and that'll be good. But for P2, you want to try and turn ready and get that spawns on your side, and Egypt have already got that. They've got the spawn set up for P2, and they have the lead by 20 points. So what a good start for Egypt. Unexpected, considering my prediction was South Africa, to be fair, starting off strong, and it's not been the case.
Oh yeah, definitely. They just crushed that P1 statue, right? And right now, the rotation towards P2 is also very strong. They took the control from Bricks, and they are slowly pushing towards it. They are already on the point. I don't think it will be very easy to actually break it, right? We have a couple of kills left and right, and right now Logan is getting some shots from the back. We have another kill by Stepdad. Damn, that was very nasty. But it feels like Egypt had a proper start.
Yeah, definitely. Stepdad, Mars, and Awaken have definitely awoken as they're all on 7 kills each. But there's Danny on a 3-piece. He's trying to get it back to 7 and try and bring his team back into contention. They do manage to get the spawns flipped. They also get that time inside the hardpoint. Still 28 seconds remaining on this as well, so it's a chance to take a good gap in that lead. But then the rotation to free is the other side, and it's obviously on Egypt's side next time, so they might get the early start again in control of the hardpoint if they stop pushing now for P2.
Oh yeah, they definitely jumped up through bricks. They took that control from P2, and right now they are rotating kind of good towards the P3, right? We have already a couple of players holding those good spawns, playing with them for the next point, right? And trying to get as many kills as possible. We have Awaken, who got... Well, Muji was on 1 HP. I don't know how he survived that. Right, once again, Egypt has the point. We have finally South Africa pushing towards this P3, trying to get that dumpster, par, but I don't think it can be broken right now.
Yeah, let's see if we can jump in on board with Egypt as they look to try and make their way into the hardpoint that's in control of South Africa at the moment.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested.
ورانا يا جماعه ركزوا في الاو بي جي يا جماعه ركزوا في الاو بي جي مارس انا عايزك تمسك فاونتن مارس انا عايزك تمسك فاونتن
او بي جي
طب ما هم معاهم السبون طيب ايوه اول ما
Oh, inside that listening, we hear Egypt's comms coming in. They did get the break for a few seconds, but all of a sudden South Africa have got the war machine out here. Logan looking to try and pick up kills here on that rotation into Garage. There's the double straight away and a triple to make it ended. XM4 finishing off that one, but that is South Africa in control of P4 and ready to see if they can take a further lead here. When Egypt looked like they were in contention, it is now just a kill feed that is fully South African.
Oh yeah, definitely. They had such a strong, P1 moving towards a strong P2, but something broke at P3, and South Africa started to getting more kills, more score streaks. As you can see earlier, Nundi was on very good streak. We had Logan as well, who had lots of score streaks. Breaking this point was very easy for them because of the score streak and operators. And right now, it feels very chaotic by both teams. Back alley getting also controlled by South Africa. It's a very important part, especially on this P4. And basically, Egypt might not even get to the 100-point club.
Yeah, this is turned down to an absolute rout. It was a full South Africa feed for so long in that kill feed. Eventually, we've seen its checkerboard for a few moments, where Egypt started to get themselves back in, using a bit of streaks here and a few bit of operator skills. But you know what? South Africa have took a very dominant lead here. Not a 100-point gap yet, but not far away from it here as we head back over towards P1.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have a couple of good kills from both teams, right? They are pushing. We have a death machine, but got shut down pretty early. Unfortunately, just a second, I'm also dying here. Gonna push towards dumpsters, trying to get that control. We have that sweet spot that you need, especially in back statue, where you can get all those, you know, players who are coming from the P4, right? And once again, we have Egypt, who has a total control of this P1. I think they are doing way more better on P1, P2 than on P3, P4.
Yeah, P1 seems to be a good position for Egypt, but as we say, it's a contested hard point. If Muji gets this kill, that's going to be South Africa getting the win, but Awaken is there to close it down and stepped out, helping along the way. Still, it is almost a 100-point. It is 10 seconds away from being a 100-point lead, but it's going to be South Africa looking to try and set up here for P2. Most importantly, more of a chance of holding the time and taking this to a 100-point club in Egypt at this stage.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, Africa, right? South Africa's team is actually pushing so well that BRICS position, right? They are just like holding it as there is no tomorrow. You know, even if Egypt is trying to push, you know, from P3, right? It doesn't really happen. You know, everybody's getting slaughtered, and right now maybe they're gonna get a break with the utilities in, but it feels like Muji is just holding it too well. Oh damn, Logan, those 4 pieces. Oh my god.
Oh, baby, a triple, and it's the war machine again from Logan. It disrupts everything. You know what's weird though? Danny, I was speaking about him at the early start of the game. He was gone on 11 kills. Yeah. He was in the double figures, but he's slowed down quite considerably, and the rest of his teammate have been picking up all the brunt. And Logan, 34 kills so far. We've got to get to that 200-point mark before P2 is out, unless, there we go, Egypt shut it down and get that remaining scrap time. But the rotation is in for Egypt as they head over towards P3, where it's going to be potential to almost close this game out. Egypt trying to not get a 100-point club tier.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe they want to prove it that, oh, I can get 100 points, Diana. But yeah, definitely South Africa is proving that they have the upper hand, especially in this hardpoint, you know, the positioning, how they pushed already through dumpster, you know, to get that P3 positioning is just very clean, you know, very sterile, I could say, right? We have Awaken who is trying to get some control, but Logan shot him down. Another operator that was wasted on the side of, you know, Egypt. So right now South Africa is picking everything that they can, all the kills, all the operators and all the utilities, and they're doing just too good.
Yeah, just doing too good. Stepdad can't pick it up either. He's went away out for milk and not came back by the looks of things, and all of a sudden South Africa, they can't win it here, but they're going to be on the verge of winning it, and still Egypt struggling to get past that 100-point mark. You've got 2 players setting up already for P4, and you've got 2 players trying to hold the remaining time where possible. Muji pulling out that bitter missile, see if that connects with a couple more. It doesn't. But you know what? He does find a kill in the kill feed. Danny finds one, but it's a checkerboard kill feed, which might actually suit Egypt a little bit here as they try to make their way towards P4.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're already taking the control from back alley, right? But unfortunately, ADHD got killed. So right now it's all about South Africa, how they gonna hold this, because, you know, the back alley defense was very good, you know, and Mars somehow pushed it, but he made the mistake of going out. Look at Logan, he's on 3, make it 4 almost. Then he gets some shots. Muji's coming too, you know. So I think they're gonna win off this point, because as far as I see, Egypt is spawning in Honolulu right now.
Yeah, it looks that way, and Egypt are very much struggling. 8 seconds away for the win here. Danny's picked things up again, and everybody is almost looking to get over 30 kills in this hard point as it stands. 3 more seconds remain. Egypt are shut down. 100-point club. It's a 250 to 8 win for South Africa. Almost as I kind of predicted it would go. But Egypt started off so strong on P1 towards P2. They were in the lead. They were getting some kills. But as soon as the game started to heat up and South Africa warmed up to the game of slums, they definitely took control of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. What Egypt was doing good is those P1, P2 rotations. You know, even after we had the map reset, right? They still did very very good, and we can see them on the kills as well. But Logan was like demolishing everybody, and then Muji as well. Like I think those two were the key players from the side of South Africa, and on the opposition, it was Awaken who was, you know, struggling, trying to be everywhere. So overall, it was a very good matchup on the side of South Africa, and I was not expecting that, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of was expecting it, but I was expecting it from the get-go. Egypt started stronger than I was expecting, and they actually, I'm a bit saddened that they couldn't keep that flow. I don't know if it's nerves or if it's just the quality of South Africa's side that kind of brought them to tuition, and then they started getting themselves into a rhythm. But yeah, it was definitely a good start for Egypt. They just need to try and stick with that. As soon as they keep going, doing what they were doing at the start, try to focus up and just, you know what, we've got the skill in this team. We can still go on and do this. But going into Search and Destroy, this is where it could be a completely different ball game, right? It is totally different than the fast pace that is a hard point, especially with the operators and all that being used as often, and the cycling of the kill streaks. You won't see that on Search and Destroy, but you will see some great snipe opportunities, especially on a map like Standoff, which you don't like, but it will be interesting to see who's going to come out on top on this one.
Oh, definitely. We've seen like historically that maybe some teams are very good at hardpoint, but then when it comes to like playing S&D, it's like not their game mode, you know. So they are focusing maybe more on the response side, you know, hardpoint / control, and then they lack the S&D, you know, precision, and maybe sometimes, you know, like to be patient, you know, because S&D is not all about rushing on the point, but maybe to be more calm, sometimes playing for the picks, you know. So I think I'm looking forward to see that. Maybe South Africa is gonna be 2-0, or maybe we will see, you know, an upset, quote unquote, and maybe actually the other team's gonna take the win.
Yeah, you never know. I am sure that from my last recollection of the South African side, and Danny is normally the op player, as far as I remember. I don't know if I'm correct in saying that, but if it is, and it is Danny, I remember him getting some really great snipes. And on a map like Standoff, I'm sure we're going to see that again if it is Danny. Fingers crossed I'm right, because then that means my memory bodes well and I'm not losing it in my old age. But this one, like you says, it could go anyway, right? Like, Search and Destroy is one of those ones, right? Search and Destroy wins championships.
Yeah,
It always is, right? That's normally, if you can clutch it up on these ones, normally in best of twos, it's not threes, sorry, it's not a big a deal, obviously, because it is the middle map on Call of Duty Mobile. But it can win you the series. Other series in Call of Duty, it's the last map, right? And that wins you the series all the time. But yeah, if you're good at S&D, there is a chance for you to take this to at least get in your chance of getting the win. And it also shifts the momentum. If you go around, you after losing a really bad hard point like you just did, but you win the Search and Destroy, all of a sudden you're like, you know what, we can still win this. Like, your momentum's on you. You're ready to go.
oh yeah, definitely. You know, like I've seen I think this week where like a team win very, like they were very strong in hardpoint, I think. Yes, and then when it comes to like when it came to S&D, they were like 7-2, you know. So we might see this as well, right? We are still waiting to ready up for one player, and then we're gonna go on in our S&D game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see that for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Fingers crossed. I actually want to be able to have the opportunity to cast a control, right? I don't see it in these two games, and that's the sad part about it. Maybe next week, but I really want to have one of the games of control, because control was absolute chaos, right? And that's exactly what that hard point was. It was chaos. South Africa looked to thrive on chaos. Maybe not what Egypt want to do. Maybe S&D favours them more because they can slow it down. They can be more meticulous. They can start looking at their lanes and figure out opportunities. Maybe some great nade spots that they've got sussed out, or some great routes that they like to take, and then back each other up. Pick that first blood. That is crucial, right? Every single round of S&D. I always say it. If you get that first blood, there is no reason you shouldn't lose. Like, you shouldn't win, sorry. Like you should be that man advantage. You work together, back to back. As long as you're not lining up for a snipe, one after the other, and you're right in line with each other. That is the only thing when you're cuddled up together. But you should be there for the trades at all time. If you have that first blood, you should be opportunities to work together after that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm totally agreeing with you, you know. And I wanted to ask you, do you play COD Mobile?
I have played a little bit of COD Mobile, but to be honest, on an emulator on the PC using mouse and keyboard, it's slightly different than COD Mobile.
Oh wow. Oh wow, wow. What do you mean?
I have never downloaded it on a mobile because I have never had space on a mobile to have a game downloaded, if I'm honest, because there's far too many pictures of the little one. And when I mean little, like pictures, it's like thousands and thousands, and I don't know why there's so many, but it is. It's always the same. And I keep changing it, but never the case. But new phone, maybe there's a chance to download COD Mobile and play some games when I'm wandering about. But speaking about playing games, we're into our game. It's Egypt for South Africa. It's already 1-0 in the series to South Africa after a hard point. Who's going to kick us off strongly here in the search and destroy? Well, boom, there you go. Toxic with the shotgun and another. And a third takes out Stepdad. Now it's a 3 versus 2 in favor of South Africa.
Oh damn, that was a pretty good push from the side of South Africa. Amazing position from Toxic, amazing 4 kills from Toxic. Please someone give him this ace because he deserves it. That was
the kiddo's called
amazing.
ace. I'm not gonna lie, the kiddo's called ace. So here it is. Is he gonna pick it up? Toxic. He knows where the player is. He's looking for the 5 in the round. He's gonna hunt him down. Surely they're gonna give him it. It is a 1v2 though. Deacon,
He's hungry.
please. He's 1 HP and a dream. There we go. The ace is on the cards of South Africa. I've won it. And if I could show you my screen and show you my picture, I've got ace tattooed on my fingers, and I normally show that when there's an ace in the stream if you can see it. But yeah, it's an ace in our first round of Search and Destroy.
Damn. Damn. Oh damn, that's so cool. Oh my god. That's so cool.
There we go.
Amazing.
There's the ace. That's the ace. It wasn't
Oh
Ace
my
of Hearts that they won if you're Egypt, because that's on the other end. And there we go. Toxic's trying to continue the spree. 6 in a row. Shotguns are devastating, and I'm pretty sure this is why they get banned in normal Call of Duty, because it just is filthy.
Oh yeah, that A side push was so healthy from the side of South Africa. Toxic is just merciless. There's no way he's pushing towards this kill. Like, is he playing a low?
No.
What is this?
What are we witnessing? This is greatness. Oh, and honestly, the movement for a mobile player, no idea how he's doing this. Like, this is 8 kills out of the 2 rounds. Out of the 10 that are possible, 8 of them belong to Toxic.
I think he's about to nuke, you know. It would be cool to have, you know, nukes in COD Mobile in SMD.
Imagine in an S&D. Jeez. It's possible. Toxic's halfway there. Oh, he's not halfway. He's quite some distance away, but still, a Merciless is on the cards at least, potentially here for Toxic. Oh, he's shut down in his ADHD. I mean, that's what my brain normally feels like when I go around the corner. Dakin finds Nundy, and all of a sudden, looks like 1 run going away to Egypt here as Danny does get shut down. Egypt finally putting 1 on the board, and it's 2-1 to South Africa, and Toxic's reign of superiority has stopped for a second.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe the push towards the B side wasn't too good from the side of, you know, Toxic. He was like healing everybody on the A side, so we will probably see an aggressive push from him right now. Maybe once again try to pick up some important kills. But seems like he's maybe doing that, right? We have Danny who is keeping this back grandma, I guess, safe. We have Muji who gets a kill. He is the sniper, so I'm looking forward to see more kills from him. We have Logan also with the sniper. You can see the balance. He was the best on the hardpoint earlier, and right now he's still on 0 kills because, well, the Toxic is taking everything, you know. He's Toxic, I guess, like that.
Yeah, exactly. He is definitely the one to watch in the team. And there you go, a sneaker on the back to tank as Nundy finds one, tries to dodge his way out of a second, but Mars will shut him down. 1 for 1 it goes, but it is still favourable for South Africa. Toxic with a movement again, but his Deacon finally shuts him down as well. So that's going to be a 3 versus 2 in favour of South Africa still, though. So the round's still looking their favourable way as long as they get that bomb down towards A side. And there we go, it's done. Danny's 1 HP though.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely. What I've seen is like they weren't there to pick up properly the trades. Right now we have Mars with a double kill there, and it's Muji against 2 players from Egypt. He's a sniper. He might pick up 1. Oh, he missed that. That was a clear shot there. How come he missed it? And he got killed as well. That was...
T-op misses. That could have been a round tied up for South Africa, but easy enough for Egypt to kind of shut him down, put the pressure on him, and have to get these kind of flick shots, hoping for the best that he was trying. But we're tied up. I'm actually surprised we are tied up, considering the way that Toxic started these games and how he's still continually to do so well. but the rest of Egypt are pretty much sharing the kills around each other. Deacon with the op, he's been getting some great picks as well, so we'll keep an eye on Deacon and stuff as well in that kill feed as we head into that next round.
I think the issue is that they don't trade the players very well, you know. Like they have a lot of kills, like for example Toxic, but he's not there to trade his player, like his teammate, as when they die, right? So I think that's a big issue on the side of, you know, South Africa, and that's why, you know, Egypt can't keep up with them, because even if they don't have that amount of kills, right, they are still playing pretty close. So right now the game's lowered, right? We have the good trade. Is a 4v3 situation, of course, in favor of South Africa. A pretty solid plant on the A side, and we have Nundi who is waiting here close to, you know, the enemy spawn. So Mars, he might be pushing, maybe with a sniper, he might get killed, but his position is kind of solid right now.
Looking for the wall bangs. They know their spots. He gets the tag. He knows he's there. He goes for the second shot, but Nundi's already repositioned. Danny gets ADHD, and all of a sudden Mars and Stepdad are left with the difficult task of completing a 2 versus 4 with minimal seconds on the board. But Muji shut down. Turns, tries to find another. Danny's done, and as Mars is shut down, so it's Stepdad on his own. 2 more players still to find. Toxic through the wall, but there's not going to be enough time surely to get the kills, and it's going to be the round going the way of South Africa. Andy will be shut down by none other than Toxic.
Not over yet.
Oh yeah, definitely. That A side hold was pretty solid from the side of, you know, Toxic. He knew exactly how to stay and where to push and when to push, you know, because he wasn't pushing earlier. He just holded that pre-A side, right? So it was a great push from the side of South Africa, and overall, you know, a great plan. Right now, again, they're trying to go towards the A side, and somehow Egypt is not like learning their lessons, you know. They might maybe need to put an extra player on the A side, you know. Logan got already Mars, that's big, you know, like the sniper. Muji is getting like this mid control over Statue, so I don't know if Egypt has any chance to actually push and, you know, win this round.
Yeah, well, Egypt this time didn't decide to bum rush A as quickly as they have been doing in the other rounds, right? And that's what's kind of worked for them, especially when they worked together. Toxic not running off in that last round made them give the opportunity to win that round, but they slowed it down a little bit. And I mean, you know what? They've actually distracted Egypt enough that Egypt might have thought they actually might be going to B, hence the reason there's 3 players up there and only 1 over towards that A side. But they've almost baited him into a fake rotation to B, and Egypt will get that bomb down and still have that man advantage going in to that retake here for Egypt.
Oh yeah, definitely. Danny with the first kill here. Deacon is down, Stepdad is down, you know, again, 5v, well, make it 5v1, never mind, that was very, very fast. They're faster than us.
Ready up.
What can we do?
Faster than the voice can say, because they're just flying around the map and finding more kills. Toxic on 12 already. That is a crazy stat to be looking at. And he'll just want to keep going, doing what he's doing. That's why he pulls out the prize fighter so he can run at full pace, get right up in the faces. And let's see where we're at here. We're obviously changing around now. South Africa now on that defensive side this time. You can see Egypt got a different strategy. They're going around the other way. They're not going towards that A-bomb site, but it's Nundi who's going to be shut down first. ADHD will rip him apart with a VMP. And now Egypt have got an advantage going forward towards that B-bomb site.
Oh yeah, Logan is trying to get awakened. Somehow he misses every shot that goes towards, you know, top granny, you know, P1 top. And I think his position was like already revealed, so there's no point in maybe trying to get some more shots. The other players are holding pretty well, kind of mid/B section, while they're planting towards the A side as well. So we will see which one they're gonna choose. We have someone in Kebab, I guess, you know. Danny is behind. Logan gets finally Deacon, you know. Danny, Danny, that was nasty. HHD is out right now in this round because damn, that was nasty from the side. We have another kill as well, and is 4v3 situation, make it 3v3. And the bomb is still not down, so they are very, very patient, or they are not necessarily sure where to push, to be honest. Everybody is guarded.
They're very spread apart on that defense for South Africa, right? Everybody's lone wolves just looking around the map, trying to see if they'll see any players making rotation. But because B is not a favourable bomb site, it's a little bit easier to watch over, right? So then people like trying to get your way out of here, outside that cafe, your opportunity is you're going to be spotted by at least Logan, and like we did see, and Danny inside like kebab shop, as you said. And you mentioned kebab, it instantly made me hungry, but Danny is hungry. He finds one, Toxic finds the other, and all of a sudden Egypt are shut down on another round going away South Africa. 2 more away from that W and taking a 2-0 series. It's very much looking that way as Egypt just can't find an answer to winning a few rounds recently.
Oh yeah, definitely. Their setup is pretty solid. You know, there's always someone there to pick up the trade right now. Not like on Egypt. Even if they had 2 rounds right now, Toxic has his very solid position on that A side. You know, he has this cubby. You know, and it's his. So I'm curious to see if Egypt's gonna push towards the B side. As you said, you know, B side is a little bit maybe harder to hold than the A side on standoff. Right, too many entries. A is more safer. Nandi's back alley. Awaken is trying to get some picks, you know, push, and he will not expect Nandi there because, you know, we are very late in this round already. Oh, never mind.
Oh, wow, that's a cast of curses ever I've seen one. ADHD does know some hiding in the grass there, and he will be tickled. Well, very much more than tickled. He's wiped off of the map. And it's going to be a favourable position once again in the attacking side there for Egypt. But we've seen that last round, and Egypt didn't manage to capitalise on it.
Yeah, but look at Stepdad. He's lurking in, you know, like that grinding position, you know, and he might pick up some important kills from mid if he's playing his cards right. So right now, Logan might push back alley. We still have Stepdad there, right? So that is a big chance to do a kill. We have Muji who gets shut down by Awaken, and Awaken is, I think he just got Awakened because he is an amazing sniper, you know, especially right now. This couple of rounds were very, very favorable on the side of Egypt. Right now is a 1v4 situation. The bomb is down. Toxic gets the first kill.
No.
His location is revealed, so now he needs to play it smart and fast.
I don't think location revealed even matters when it involves Toxic as he comes around the corner, shuts down ADHD as well with 28 seconds remaining on the clock. A 1 versus 2. We've seen him clutch up already. Getting 5 in a round. He can still do this here. He's got that shotgun has been his trusty warrior. Stepdad shot in the head, but it's just a tiny tag. And Stepdad shuts him down, and Egypt finally get another round back on that board. And it's still South Africa in that driver's seat, though. But yeah, it's looking a little bit better for Egypt. They're slowing the rounds. It's taking a little bit longer. But when they're getting the kills, they're waiting their time. They're hoping the players are going to push them and get aggressive.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that was a good hold from the side of Toxic, you know, even if they lost. Oh my god, look at him being already in their spawn. Like, he's merciless. He's on 16 kills right now. I think, like, he thinks he's in a hardpoint because he's doing very good. Going towards, like, maybe back alley. He might be getting... Oh no, actually he rotates back into the spawn. So he might check towards the A side. I think they are lacking there right now. But again, Egypt seems to not catch up with South Africa at all, you know, like they're kind of slowish with the strategies in this matchup at least.
Well, they're being shut down. Like, they're shutting down every single time. Awaken gets shut down, Stepdad shut down. They've got 3 players left, and they're scared to even leave their spawn here. Egypt got a minute left on the clock to make a rotation, decide where they're going to go. B's clearly not been working for them, right? They keep trying it. Yes, they have won a one round. But that was in numbers, right? It was all to do with finding the kills. They got the early pick this time round, and they've not done anything. Well, I think this time round they've not actually managed to find anything yet so far, and they're not even wanting to move from their spawn because they're scared. But Logan, he's got the height, he's got the advantage, and he's got an op, and he'll shut you down. So all of a sudden, you're now in a 2 versus 5, the hardest of any odds ever to try and come back from. And they know exactly where you are because Logan has done it again. There's another, and all of a sudden now a 1v5. That's very much the difficult position to be in. We've seen an ace, but I'm very much unlikely sure that Deacon's going to pull this one out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Logan's, you know, blue house control was absolutely amazing. His snaps were on point as well. And right now we could be possibly at a match point, looking at the match point, right? So
map point opportunity here. South Africa 1 away. I think production got a little bit excited there, thinking 6 was the end, but 7 is the target, and we're almost there. We're almost there. Opportunity for match and game point at this stage here. But Awaken opens up that first blood with the op, taking out Logan. So that's op for op. Now you've got a chance here if you're Egypt, but you have to start thinking, do we go bomb, do we go A? A's been the favourable position to go for, head it, but Muji shuts down ADHD. There's another op working. Deacon gets Muji back, so all of your ops are out if you are South Africa, but you still have the trusted hand of Toxic and Nundy.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's missed his shot. No, Toxic.
No.
How come you can kill 5 in a round and you missed the first shot the second time around there? That was a chance to clean it up. But Danny now in a 1v2. Stepdad has a back turn, but Danny gets a spot. Doesn't shoot. That is trigger discipline at its finest. He knows it's not worth waiting, but he's done it now. He gets the bomb planter. Now he makes it a 1v1 to win the round, to win the series, and to qualify for that playoffs here if you're South Africa.
Oh yeah, Danny read him perfectly. He pushed very, very slowly towards the mid. Now he has that mid control. They have a victim with a sniper. He missed the shot. Why these people miss the shots? And right now, I think it's over because Danny is pushing behind his back, right? He has also an Odin. I don't like particularly the Odin, but he shoots very well. I'm not saying anything.
Well, Awaken turns up and picks his own weapon up off the floor, and he's like, you know what, well, I'm not going to go with the op here. I'm going to pick up another weapon, and I'm going to answer back. And all of a sudden, Egypt have managed to take 1 point away again. So it's still map and match point for South Africa, but at least Egypt stopped up for now. They've made it last a little bit longer. Where are we going to go from here?
Oh yeah,
I need an ace from Toxic again. I need that hype behind it. I need that for the win.
Oh yeah, definitely. They win just if Toxic is doing another race. Toxic, do you hear us? I hope, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to happen now, though. Logan has managed to pick the first kill, though, and that's Awaken taking down the highest killer in that Egyptian squad. So you're unlucky and unfortunate there. You're going to have to rely on Deacon and Stepdad trying to do it, and or maybe even Mars and ADHD to try and pick things up. And I mentioned Deacon, he gets shut out off the map already. South Africa in a 5 versus 3 scenario.
Oh yeah, ADHD is pushing, trying to get that statue control, maybe mid. But I think, you know, Logan has just that blue control that we saw in the previous rounds. He might get sniped if he's not picking very, very carefully. It's once again a 5v3 situation. Stepdad just got connected back. Maybe his MS is not the best. We have a rotation through the back alley right now, but there is Danny. Maybe he will be able to kill ADHD. He's not staying in a place, so I assume they are not really sure yet where to push because the setup from the side of South Africa is just like too strong. I don't think they can break it and push and also plant the bomb in less than, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, nah, you've got 2 players over towards that A bomb site, 3 players over towards the B bomb site. Get the smoke out, use your way to get towards A, but that'll give you information. You're going to have players rotating around the back. Toxic 1,
Damn.
Toxic 2,
Damn.
Toxic 3. It's not the ace, but it's a triple to end the round to win the match and to win the series. South Africa, you are the first team in Group D here to qualify for the playoffs. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. 2 wins, 6 points. Nobody's going to catch up with you. The only other team that can get there now is going to be France to equal it up. Surely that's the case from there on out. Well played, and pretty much in favor of the predictions I expected.
Yeah, definitely. South Africa, very solid, to be honest. I don't know, maybe Egypt wasn't playing at fullest, but you know, South Africa was amazing. Starting with a strong hard point, coming into this very nasty, strong S&D is just amazing. Like Toxic, you can take the week off. You were doing amazing.
Yeah, Toxic with the 20 kills, right? 3 of his his players, on his team combined equaled 20 points. That's how devastating it was. Unbelievable performance. The ace to start us off got us really hyped for it. Egypt started to get themselves back into things. It wasn't a clean sweep. It wasn't a run over in the S&D. They started to figure out situations, but I think they were just too slow in reacting to what they had to do. So fair play, Egypt. Unfortunately, that means that your Nations Cup won't be going to playoffs, but you know what? You've still got another week to try and show what you've got here, and you'll be playing up against Senegal next week. Speaking of which, Senegal will be up next, who they will be facing against France, and France are on that cusp also of qualifying for playoffs. Probably the favoured side going into that one, but as we wait around for that matchup, guys, me and Diana, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to bring you back into the action for our second game of the evening. We'll see you soon. Oh, welcome back, everyone. You know what? There's a reason we're back so quickly, right? You'll never believe what's happened. It's not a COD Mobile stream and not a COD Mobile tournament without another DQ, right? And unfortunately, it's the team that won it. South Africa. No idea what for. Whatever it was. I don't know, banned weapons, something. I don't know, but we don't have the information for it. But it will be going to a map 3. In a way, I'm thankful, Diana, because we'll get to see takeoff, we'll get to see the control, and we'll get to see if Egypt can somehow shift this in their favour. Control and takeoff could be a bit of a spawn fest, though, and we can see South Africa were really good in that hardpoint respawn, right? If they get into a cycle where they're just running operators after operators, this could be like another 50 kills for one of the players in that lobby. It just absolutely running through Egypt and just taking full control of the map. But we'll just have to wait and see, right? Yep. Do you think Egypt's got a chance now after like what was not the best of search and destroys, but a little bit better than their hardpoint performance?
I don't think so, because you know, like coming into the control is kind of like this mix between, you know, response and S&D. So it takes the best from each, you know, hardpoint, you know, and the best from each, you know, S&D. So I feel like once you have an upper hand in the hardpoint game, you know, it's very hard to actually be dominated in a control game, you know. So I'm looking forward to see how Egypt's gonna play. Maybe their moral is up now because South Africa got DQ'd. Guys, how did you get DQ'd, you know? But yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to see this control. Not my favorite, but maybe we will see, you know, Toxic running with that HSO again through the map.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we will. Maybe we'll see him running that shotgun as well. Maybe Toxic will just like be like, I never quite got the 50 bomb at any point in time. I want to look for that now, just to show him why he is one of the most dominating players. Bless is sending us an information on what was used to set up. I would probably look at that and have no clue what the ban was for, because I don't know what's banned really, to be off the top of my head. So if I looked at that video, I'd be like, I don't know, whatever. There's so many rules, but if I can't remember it, that's fine. I don't play it enough to these guys. These guys are competitive players. They play the competitive rules and they still get it wrong. It baffles me. It baffles me.
Yeah.
He uses the barrel for the pistol. That's shocking. He used the barrel for the pistol over the 35mm shot. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate to lose the round, and the opportunity to qualify for playoffs could be on the cusp of being shut down from Egypt here if they go into this control and they take the win in takeoff. Well, let's see if they can take flight, because that's what they're going to have to do here, and they're going to have to try and start off strong, Egypt, and try and shut down that South African strength.
Oh yeah, and shut down Toxic if Toxic is playing. Oh, I think he's using an SMG. That's an interesting choice, maybe. You know, this map is kind of like an SMG. I like to use SMG on this map when I play usually, right? Because it seems to very fast, right? But yeah, definitely, I think the biggest issue with this barrel is that every player tries to use that pistol, you know, and then they forget to take off that barrel because it's bad, you know, because without the barrel, kind of the pistol is not good. It's very unplayable. So I think they're trying their best to get used to it, you know, for tournaments, but some of them, they actually forget to take it off, so that's disappointing.
Yeah, well, Toxic, we were mentioning, he's got an VMP in his hands, the SMG, and guess what? He's already started off strong, 4 kills in a row. They've captured 1 tick of progress over towards that A site. They're shutting down a lot more of these Egyptian players, and I've got the 5 kill lead so far. 2nd tick of progression being made. Looking for that nade spot is Danny as well, and Toxic again in that kill feed finds another 2. I mean, Toxic finds a 3rd. There's 7 kills already. He's up in that spawn. He's trying to cruise absolute havoc as Objective A gets taken in quick fashion here already.
Oh yeah, they're already pushing towards the B side, the reactor, you know. We had a pretty good start, you know, that pad was all about, you know, South Africa. They got all the progress very, very fast. It feels like Egypt didn't really push that much. Maybe they didn't want to feed them because the setup was pretty strong. Right now we have Toxic who got shut down, and you know, all the kill feed is Egypt getting the kills on, you know, South African players. So they need to play a little bit slower. 13-18, still the upper hand on the side of, you know, South Africa, but the B side is pretty solid, holding by Egypt, you know. So I think it's gonna be a little bit harder for them to push and break and get some things, you know.
Yeah, until these operators start getting used, that's an opportunity. But Awaken is making sure they're not going to be able to use that or invest that here to get towards that B site. We've managed to almost even things up in the kill feed here. South Africa 12 versus 10 of Egypt. But the defense definitely holding a lot stronger. There's a very much a separation from South Africa. They try to find a way in. Deacon shuts down Logan, makes it 11 versus 10. Make it 10 versus 10 here as Awaken does find Muji as well. There's a chance here for Egypt to somehow claw this one out of a win, which looked very strong for South Africa to start off with.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have that player on top of, like, you know, medical, you know, he's holding everything. There's no way they can shut him down. We have a push by Noon. They got Awaken. The player from the top jumps down. Why did he even jump
What's
down?
happened?
Look at nothing. He gets another kill.
Did they drop their phones? Like, what has happened? They just dropped the whole round here by the looks of things. It's all down to one player. Mars gets shut down. They don't get the full ticks of progression. That has 5 ticks. But you know what? It's a round number 1 for South Africa. 5 ticks of progress. I will take that from the get-go when it looked like it was closing in for Egypt to have an opportunity after bringing it back.
Yeah, that was a. I'm not sure why did the player jump from that building. You know, he was having a good position, but yeah, definitely this top yellow is getting like so many, you know, that it seems like it's a graveyard. No, we have another shot on it. Muji is shut down, and right now, you know, it's kind of like 25 to 27. We have another score streaks coming in, you know, but nobody's really touching the A or B side, right? So maybe the strategy changed. Maybe they're that was nasty.
This is not what they want to see. The kill feed get on all South Africa's way. Let's jump on board Egypt to see what they're saying, because they have just lost so many numbers in such quick fashion.
Oh, damn. That's what we need, you know. That operator was exactly what Danny needed. We have 14 to 25. There's no way Egypt's gonna turn it around. There's no way, you know. They maybe if they're gonna, you know, protect very well both A and B side, or gonna get actually the ticks, you know, that needed. But I don't think. Look at Logan, bro. He's deeply in their spawn, you know. Yes, we can do some listening.
Yeah, this go listen in. They've got 6 players left here against South Africa. Let's see what they're saying for the last few seconds here for Egypt.
Oh.
Left side.
في 2 A واحد منهم دخل اسبوع
Hunter killer drone deployed.
يمينك يا حمزة وراك ايه القرف ده يا جدعان هي دي مش توكسيسيتي دلوقتي ولا انا مش فاهم مثلا
لا
ولا ده ايه ده بالظبط انا لسه
Lost that round, but it's
Here we go, trying to box and fight around here. Dakin, I'm afraid he was never going to win that round. South Africa take it 2 round. You could hear the huff as soon as we jumped into that listening. We were trying to get it a little bit earlier. It was slowly we got there, but yeah, the big huff that came, they were like, oh, you could just tell the wind has been knocked out of their sails here.
Oh yeah, I would be, you know, demotivated too. You know, that was just a beautiful beginning of round 2, and right now Awaken has, you know, like this Tempest in his hands, right? He's getting shot down by Logan. I don't know, kind of disappointing. Deacon finally get some good kills with this, you know, that machine pushing top yellow. Maybe he's gonna get another one. This is a triple one, 3 kills, right? And he's holding maybe a little bit of not spawn trap, but you know, something close. Mars, another, you know, operator here, but I don't know. They seem to not able to. Oh, never mind.
They're you know what? They've got their operators all invested, but it's still pretty much even on that kill feed. It is not working out for Egypt here. They used every single operator, and you are within 3 kills of the difference. Make that none now here, because all of a sudden Egypt have found a few more to make it the same. So yeah, it's been unfortunate there for a use of all the operators, because it didn't work out in Egypt's favor, because pretty much shut down instantly from Logan with that scope.
Yeah, Toxic is just holding so, you know, healthy that pet slide, you know. Also, we have Mars here on Cutvok, you know, he's trying to get some closure, I guess. Maybe getting Logan, because he's like a crucial player, especially in this, you know, control. We have 1 kill, and right now it's a 12 to 12. The A side is getting, you know, conquered, quote unquote. You know, we have already 2 ticks of progress. Toxic is once again back on that bed. You know, he's like, you know what, this is my place. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna get A once again.
Oh, he gets a double kill, and then Muji Logan will help with support. There's 20 seconds left, but that ticket progression about to be made towards A. They'll need it as well to go and try and see if they can get to at least B, but numbers are favouring them. Toxic, Predator Missile finds something there. Tempest brought out here from Toxic, trying to line them up inside that spawn now. And let's see if they can find the opportunity. Logan finds Awaken up in the window. It's 9 versus 3. It's South Africa's win, unless there's another DQ coming their way. It's very much looking like South Africa are about to close things down here. 8v1 once again. Mars on his own. They're not going to play with him this time. South Africa will win the round. South Africa will finally win the match in 2-1 fashion. It was pretty convincing, really. But
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
unfortunate. That's just the way it is. That's it for Egypt. They got lucky with a DQ, but they couldn't do anything in that control round, sadly.
Oh yeah, they started like pretty promising, you know, but then there was no way, you know. Toxic was like, you know what, we DQ'd earlier, but we want to win, so I'm gonna just sit on that pad. I'm gonna get all those ticks that we need, and I'm gonna slay everybody that I see, you know. And you can see the kills also, you know. He has 23, Nandi also 27. Very very good player in this, you know, matchup, especially in control. So yeah, definitely they had some good help on the opposition. We have Deacon, who just got 18 kills, so it was definitely unfortunate that DQ, but at least we had you cast control.
Yeah, exactly. We got to cast the control. Always a bonus, right? Nundy and Toxic combining for 50 was probably equal to the total of all 5 players on Egyptian side kills as well. That's how crazy the first 2 players on that South African side were doing. They were just getting so many kills across the board. It's very hard to deal with in that scenario, and you don't win control if you don't have lives and you don't have the way to control the map whatsoever. So unfortunately, Egypt will be finally out after that DQ that kind of worked in their favour to get around on the board and take us to the control, thankfully for me, to get the cast on it, Diana. But South Africa, you will finally qualify for the playoffs here in the Nations Cup 2025. We'll be going to that break now, and we will be seeing you next up for France versus Senegal. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, COD Mobile fans. Nation Cup 2025 Group D, game number 2 in our game week 2 for this French and Senegal sides. You know what? The first game we said it was going to be a win, and an easy win for South Africa. It ended up going to a 2-1, but it was very convincing for South Africa nonetheless for everything. Even the S&D with the pan, maybe the DQ, maybe not have made a difference. I don't know, but yeah, Egypt couldn't pull that out of the bag. France, the powerhouse in this team, right?
Yeah.
Animus squad, you know the players, you know them well. They qualified first off. Speaking of which, let's go over to these teams that will be playing and look at the players and these rosters as we head into what's going to be probably another 2-0. But Senegal, they bring No Limit, the Chef, Risk, Luke, and Supreme. They'll hope that Supreme can reign supreme here in this matchup. It's going to be a difficult task nonetheless, because like I says, it is very noticeable players on that side for the French side. Shark, Says, Boot, Cairo, Nurks. You recognise that loss quite a lot there, Deanna, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I've been an Animus fan since I've been watching COD Mobile tournaments, right? So Animus is gonna be always my favorite team. I'm not the
we're going to
biased
see it
guest.
multiple times. That's how good they are. We're going to see them constantly. There we go. The French are everywhere. They're being they're taking over our cast as well. You know, that's what they're doing. And I've got Deanna laughing, so that's the unfortunate side of things. When you've got a cough, if she starts laughing, then we're having to mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. We are in the same boat, you know, and I think the players are in the same boat as they were earlier. We have Slums Hardpoint as a first game, following by an S&D on standoff, and if we are lucky, we might get the third game. That's gonna be a takeoff on, control on takeoff, not a takeoff on control. Well, I guess
We can take off the control. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to the control this
No, me
time though.
neither.
Although somehow I don't think the French side are going to come away with a DQ. So I think it's a 2-0. Now, that is the only way, unless somehow really they were like, maybe we just want to practice the control. And against a side like Senegal, maybe they think we could probably just do that just for a bit of fun. But we're heading to Slums, and we're heading to Hardpoint for our first game, the Respawn. The French side, who I actually casted over for their qualifiers, were looking very dominant, to say the least. They're very much one of the talented rosters in this Nations Cup that are looking to go the distance. They'll have to start here with Senegal to get themselves that spot in that playoffs, because South Africa have already qualified, and now there is only one more spot from that group to qualify, which it's only France that's really got the opportunity to do it right here, right now. But if Senegal win, and then Senegal to win next week, you just never know. You need France to be very upset, but you've got to see if they can fight off that strong squad of France here as they kick us off into P1.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we will see. I'm looking forward to see, you know, how Animus, you know, France is playing right now. I'm missing their gameplay right now. P1 is starting a little bit, you know, on the Senegal side, but France is right there to pick up those important kills. Briggs is held by Senegal. You know, we have a couple of kills on each side. We have finally No Limits jumping on the point. That P1 is not as crucial as, you know, following the P2 and P3, but some free extra points are always welcome. And right now it's chaos. No team actually hopped on it for more than 5 seconds. They were playing with each other, and you can see Nars is pushing towards Briggs, getting shot down by a player there, and they're gonna start doing the rotation towards this P2, maybe towards Briggs. That could be a good position for them.
Exactly, France taking a little narrow lead here after P1. Set up here for P2 is already in favour of France. They're looking to try and shut players on that cross and hold off the remaining time. Shark finds one, finds a second, shut down by Risk FPS, though Senegal will be happy with that, but it is still a favourable spawn site for France, and there's a chance for this kill feed to be lighting up yellow. Oh, it was going to be, but Supreme decided no, that is not yet. We'll keep things going.
Oh yeah, that the blue pressure was very good on the side of Senegal, but wasn't executed properly. You know, they had a great idea, they had a good read, but unfortunately they cannot just push on this P2 because France is everywhere, you know. So we can actually go ahead and have a listening on the French side. Maybe we can learn some French.
Yeah, maybe.
Ton coup l'animal! Narc da King, bro!
Deux Senegal et tête, bon là.
Les gars, je galère dans les spawns, laissez-moi!
Laissez-moi avancer. Jest paro.
Gonił,
Wyszedł,
dasz spód,
wyszedł.
dasz spód. Zmień to, Natasza.
Laissez les spawns sénégalais, voilà.
No matter how much French was said there, I heard the one thing that I needed to hear, and that's go new. That can never be matter. Doesn't matter if it's French or English, they knew to go new, and that's exactly what the French side did. They were laughing away, they were happy with their comms as things are going. Their confidence, that's just how confident they are with the laughing. One player that needs to heat up and start cooking is the chef on that side for Senegal. He's struggling to find some kills himself. He gets shut down, and Says is trying to find some massive work here with that 63 in hand. Does find a couple of kills, but France in control of that hard point, getting past that 100-point margin and taking a strong 70-point lead here after our first set of rotations. Are almost at only P3. We're only at P3. We've still got another one to go.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think Senegal will get to the 50-point club, to be honest. The way France is playing right now, like they were back-to-back duels, and France hold that P3 so satisfying right now. Shark is already on this P4 setup. You know, he's holding the garage, pushing top, maybe trying to get some, you know, extra kills. We're gonna have back alley also holded by Nargs. He's just too good. Chef finally shuts him down, but Says is there with that type 16 that was so nasty. You know, I really like this way of like trying to be like an SKS. I think, you know, type 16, and Says is just like so good with it right now. The P4 is open, and guess what, we have already you know, France on it, and they're just dominating this matchup.
Yeah, running through it as if nobody else is playing against them. It almost looks like a casual lobby where they're trying to look for nukes here. But the Tempest of Risk shuts down 2, but he tries to find the next one as well. Third kill goes his way for Risk. Eventually gets shotted here by Taltz. But it is a 100-point lead here for France. And our first set rotation is still got 30 seconds to go. There's a chance to get this to almost 150 points. Almost and well and truly finished off in the first round. Senegal up against South Africa in a hard point. They lost 250 to 64. So can they get to 64? Are they even going to reach that far against this French side? We're just going to have to wait and see here.
Oh yeah, definitely. That setup was just amazing. You know, immaculate. Right now they're pushing towards the P1 reset, and once again, you know, we have Senegal who is trying to pick up some points, you know, maybe to hold this back statue. I don't know, Lucky, what was that aim, but that was no bueno, you know. We have a couple of operators running around the point. We have Boot with like, well, a very nice chopper, got shut down by grenade, and right now they're gonna push towards Brickside. Says is unbelievable, he's not getting killed, and oh my god, look at that double, that was so nasty with a peacekeeper, you know, with a peacekeeper. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable work. I don't know what you says, you don't know what that aim was all about. In my time, I would say that's a potato aim. Don't know what potatoes are like in Senegal, but if it's anything like that, I probably wouldn't want to eat them because it was missing everything. It's probably not grown well. So let's see if France can close things out here. First set of rotations done. Oh, they're almost at the 200-point mark here after the second set of P1. Now, our killer goes out looking for another kill, but it's going to get the players weak as they all come around the corner. They all get shut down, other than No Limit. He finds 2, but instantly it is going to be Narks finishing him off, and we are past that 200-point mark. It looks like Senegal are Rico struggling to get to that 50-point mark, but they do get a break for a few seconds to get to 42. And the new spawn is in favour of France to close it out here in our hard point.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They perfectly rotated through back alley, you know, and Blue Shark with that equalizer is just like picking up everybody. There's no way someone's gonna step on that point. I see that they are spawning at bricks. Good position from the side of Senegal, but it's better from the side of Narcs, who is actually picking up some good players there. Once again, we have a death machine on the point, and to be honest, at this point, I think Senegal needs to start to pray because there's no way they're gonna come back.
Yeah, this is a very much an uphill battle. We can win it here, France. They're in control. The driver's seat is very much truly going their way. The kill feed's just lighting up on that French side. There comes the Predator missile. There comes more kills. Raining death down on their opposition. Senegal are definitely left in no man's land here. Says again in that Type 63 finding a double kill straight off, but we have 9 seconds remaining. France close it out with operators being used. Annihilator shots trying to come out here from 8-boot. He finds 1, doesn't find any more, but France, they will win the round. Another Predator missile just to close us out in 250 to 42. Domination for the side of France.
And I was right. We will not even get 50 points on the side of Senegal, you know. Well, France is like the dominant team, I think, from the whole, overall tournament. So I think it really shows like how experimented they are as players, how good they play together, right? Because they usually play together. So it was absolutely amazing watching them playing against Senegal tonight. I'm sad for Senegal because they were like demolished, right? I guess.
Every player went negative in that Senegal roster. It was almost like a pub match gone wrong, and they just didn't know where they were at that point in time. But the skill level of the French side should not knock you down whatsoever. They did the exact same to Egypt. It was another 50-point club to them in our point. The Search and Destroy, though, did go a little bit closer against Egypt. It was 7-4, still in favour of France. Like we says, S&D could change things around here. Senegal, where are they going to do in their Search and Destroy? They lost the South Africa 7-4, so very similar scorelines that they were on, but just on the other side of the win, which they want to try and do that here against France. I'm pretty sure France have this in the bag as well, though, going into that standoff as a very, very dominant performance. Says was the MVP. He was looking good with that Type 63. It's not a weapon you'd normally see as very often on the field as well, which is always good to see something different changed up, and maybe it's just the confidence level that they brought to the game, knowing it's a Senegal opposition.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would never willingly play against, any player from Animus or France, I would never, maybe with them, of course, but not. And right now going into the S&D on stand-up.
Not even for money, Diana. Not even for a prize bill.
Yeah,
no chance.
If the prize is going to the loser, sure, I would. If not, no.
That is a very, very fair thing to say. You know what's going to be interesting though? If France do win away this one next week, obviously matters to nothing for them two teams, right? South Africa and France, they both qualify for playoffs. But it's all about seeding, right? And they two matches against each other could be a really interesting matchup to see who is the more dominant force. France probably just a little bit edged that to South Africa, maybe a little bit more than a little bit, but we'll just have to wait and see how dominant they can show that up against here in the Search and Destroy. But I'm pretty much sure that France still have the win against South Africa as well, but that could be interesting matched up as well next week.
Oh yeah, definitely. But focusing on today, I'm pretty sure like maybe Senegal's gonna get maybe 2 rounds. If France gonna be nice, I guess. I don't know. I think they are very scary. Don't get me wrong, they are scary. Like try to go against them would be nightmare. I would not go, as I said. But yeah,
it's called
we will
mobile
see.
suicide. That's what it is.
Yes.
You just get a team like Exclusive, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, maybe the guys can compete with them because they have shut them down a few times, and there's a few teams that have beat Animus, right? There is a few other teams, but you have to look across away from EU, right? You have to go over to the Chinese sides and such like, and there's the teams that they're struggling against a little bit because they just show Q9, for example. I thought the squad that went on to win the COD Mobile Major Championships, them and Animus, Animus needs to up their game a little bit. But when they're in the EU stages, they are very much a dominant force to be reckoned with, and that's exactly what it's looking like here, even against these African sides as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm looking forward to see because, when it comes to S&D, it's gonna be for sure a slower pace, right? Or we might see, just like this very fast, pace of games. I'm looking forward to that, maybe a rushing. But to be honest, on this map, on S&D, on standoff, maybe rushing is not that like common as, for example, on fighting range. You throw a utility and then you just run through mid trailer. So I want to see if I keep on to say Animus because they have Animus in their name. If France will approach like very slowly, they will play for picks or they will demolish completely the Senegal team.
Yeah,
and I'm not biased.
No, non-biased, just favoritism on the fact that it's not favoritism. I'm just kidding. It's just the French roster. We know exactly who they are. We know how strong they are as a squad, and they are forcing their way up on the attack towards that A bomb site, looking for that first blood. Shark, once again, it's a shotgun opening that first blood in our round of Search and Destroy. Narc finds the second. And now they're going to get that bomb planted towards A with the 2-man advantage. No, 3-man advantage now, but that's the chef was found, and then No Limit gets one back though. So We're all right.
Oh no! Shark pushing for the next kill. What are these shotguns? Why am I saying?
It's so disgusting. I had to cough my lungs up.
We are both coughing. Like we've been smoking for so long. But yeah, definitely. These HSO shotguns in like SND is just like a scary move, you know, like I don't know. But that was terrible for Senegal, you know, like there's no way they're gonna be able to win against Shark in a close, you know, 1v1 situation. So right now he's pushing towards the B side. We have a couple of kills. Oh, he pushed a little bit too much deep in their spawn, got shut down, but still he is, I think, on 4 kills and we are on the mid second round.
Yeah, Nurse looking for another, but little Luke here answers back with 2, but boxed in the face from Sage. 2-0 France.
Yeah, that was a very pretty solid round from France.
I love a wee prize fighter punch in the face to 2-end around. That's you down. Sorry, I'll just give you a 1-2 jab in the face, shutting you down. Don't care what you got in your hand or what weapon you're using. My gloves will do the job.
Oh yeah, but we also have a shotgun on Senegal's team. You know, Risk. He's trying to shoot some players. Got 1 kill, pushing towards the next one. Switches to a pistol. No way! No way!
Dude, Sage was just playing. He's like, I've got a scope versus a shotgun, and I win that gunfight. Turns around, D-Chef tries to shut him down, and Sage scopes him out as well. And France have got left with Supreme remaining. Shark again for that. Shotgun Sage with a scope, slides underneath and takes out Supreme. 3 rounds in a row for France.
Yeah, definitely. I was expecting that Senegal gonna get at least 1 round or 2, as I said. Maybe I was too optimistic, but that shotgun, I don't know, switching from shotgun to pistol and still dying by sniper, it was painful to watch. I'm sorry. We have Lucky Luke with a very lucky, you know, grenade. We have another shotgun kill. Damn, he's lucky though. He got the trade there. But Boot is like, you know what? I'm not wasting anything. I'm just gonna kill you.
I think this is like an S&D speed run here. 4-0 up. France looking solid. Unbelievable performance so far from them. 8 boot. Only got 3 kills. Narcs only got 3 kills. But you know what? 3 kills came in the 1 round. It looked really good. But you've got Shark once again. Whoever's rocking a shotgun seems to be getting the most kills. I feel a trend coming on.
Oh yeah. Oh, Say's getting Supreme. Oh my god, we have Lucky finally. Lucky is the one that is moving somehow, something in this, you know, Senegal team. He is on 6 kills. We have Risk, who finally got Shark from the back because he did switch to like a VMP and is a 2v1 situation. Stays against, well, never mind, 1v1 because Lucky Luck is not lucky anymore. That's
no lucky whatsoever, but it's the Chef. He's yet to find a kill so far. His first kill to try and win the round has to be against Sage. Good thing is, it's up against the scope, and hopefully that makes it easier up close and personal. But Sage has been pulling out some wonderful shots. Does he spot the player in the corner? He doesn't.
No.
The round, the 1 kill he needs to get halfway to your prediction, Diana. 1 round's on the board.
You know that meme, go Senegal, do something, you know, at least 1 more round. I like to win my predictions, but maybe it will not happen. Right now we're gonna have another push, 1 more round, and we switch sides, you know, so it's gonna be a little bit more fun. We have their push towards like the B side already. The whole France team is on the A side. We have 1 shot, and everyone dies.
That's it, 3 dead so quickly. D-Chef and Supreme, 1 kill between the 2. Trying to find an opportunity. Bombs down on A. And you've got Shark on the hunt. Looking for his next prey. And it's Chef. Oh, Chef shuts him down again. Shotgun v shotgun. And Shark can't win that fight.
Nice.
But the Chef is shut down straight afterwards. His teammate Supreme falls next. France take it to 5-1.
It's just such a chaos, you know. Like, I think for France, it's like funny because I know they had a very pretty awesome vibe in the listenings earlier, so I think they are having the same fun, right, in the S&D. And you can see they're pushing very, very fast through mid. You know, they're trying to get those kills. Supreme is killed by Narcs through smoke. Narcs, that was amazing. And once again, it's a 4v2 situation, and I didn't even finish my sentence. Well, I yap a lot, right? But they already got 3 players, so that's big.
Yeah, definitely 2 players. Well, make that 1 left remaining. The Chef shut down Sage. Of course it is. The op once again shutting down around 6 rounds. 2-1. Match point, series point for France. Right here, right now. Senegal, you need one more to get that prediction. Let's go.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the strong movement once again is in place. We have Senegal is trying to push towards back alley, maybe get some picks. I think at this point that's the only thing that they can do. Nurx is merciless, gets risk is out. See you maybe next week, right? Lucky Luke is there to get Nurx, so that was a pretty intense, trade. Very good on their side. The shotgun is in place. Granny's taken over by Supreme, who got the double kill there. That position was good, and it's boot again. Supreme and Chef. Chef is with the I think with the shotgun, so Boot needs to really play his cards right to not go to another, round. But I think it's still doable on his side. We have Chef who is P1, holding it pretty solid. We have Granny top, by Supreme. We have a couple of shots.
Oh, he's done it. He's got the opportunity to shut it down, but no, Chef. He's like, I'm not giving him a chance to react to this. The second run is on the board for Senegal. Diana, you're so close away now. You just need France to close this on the defense right here, right now. For your final prediction, it'll be a France win if that's the case. Sage with 11 kills, shotgun in hand for Shaq. 1 kill behind him. Who's going to come out on top from these teams? It's going to be an opportunity shooting down there, but Chef shut down first. Narcs finds that kill. Now Narcs looks for a second. He finds Chef. Shark finds Supreme. Shark equals up with Sage here. Shark. Oh, no, but it's going to be risk that he used as a shotgun. Narcs finds another kill. All of a sudden, he's 1 kill away from equaling Shark and Sage for the most kills in the lobby. No Limit finds 1, finds 2. Is he going to find? Nope, it's Shark with a shotgun. Shotgun domination. A 7 rounds to 2 win. France take the S&D here on standoff, and they take the series, and they qualify for the playoffs. What a round and what a performance for France. Very, very much a one-sided affair.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I was not expecting something else from the side of France, I did not watch that much of Senegal, but going against a team that is back-to-back, playing stage 5s, playing Masters, playing every tournament, getting good results, it's gonna be always hard to play against them. So, well, I was right with the prediction, and right now I need to cough.
Yep, there we go. Let's pull up the scores there from that series there, or that match there on Search and Destroy. You could just see the different Shark with the shotgun. 12 kills, only 4 deaths in the round. He was playing his life, but he was playing well with that shotgun up in the face, shutting players down. Sage doing the exact same, 11 and 2. A great performance from both Op and Shotgun, Diana. And 2, well, we would say great maps, but 2 very one-sided maps, really in favour of the French side. And 2 very strong series for both South Africa and France. South Africa, if it wasn't for the DQ, that was a 2-0 written on the cards no matter what as well. Did you expect anything less going into the day? Does the results kind of favour the way we expected from the get-go?
Oh, to be honest, definitely South Africa was a very nice surprise, right? That game was very, very good, and I really enjoyed casting it, even if I don't really like when players DQ, They still did very, very good. They gave us a game three, and then coming into this second matchup, I was expecting France gonna win. Please, God, tell me to say France, because I cannot say it. But yeah, overall, it was...
You know what? We just said we might be ready to close it out, but supposedly the French, how? No.
Just say
they used a banned item on a pistol. Supposedly, is it the same banned item that the South Africa squad used? Did they just want some practice and control before going into the end of the week? I don't know. I don't know what it is. We're going to make sure, because otherwise this is a 1-1, and that means that Senegal has a map on the board and a chance to take it to that take-off control. Maybe they just want us to last longer in the stream. They want us to totally lose our voices and be coughing across the mics instead of speaking on the mic.
Yeah, amazing. I think it's the same, yeah, I think it's the same, maybe attachment, yeah, on the pistol. As I said, I think that pistol is very hard to use without that attachment. So using it in rank, to win or something, sometimes they forget to remove it. Or
No, they just want the advantage and hope they'll get away with it. So, for now, before we get set up for that control and takeoff for France versus Senegal to decide who goes through, obviously it's going to be France probably, but we have to still play that game because it is now a 1-1 after that DQ. We'll take it to a break. We'll be back shortly when that game kicks off. There we go. Welcome back, and we're back in to take off for another control map. 2 in 1 night, Diana. I was not looking, or I was not expecting that, to be fair.
Yeah, there is no EU without a DQ, guys. As you might know, that's our motto. If EU has a motto, this is a motto by Verdict. We've seen this for so long. So right now, France gave a chance to Senegal to maybe make it even, or maybe not. We have already France players pushing towards the pad. I cannot say France for some reason, just Animus. We have this nasty Holger. My favorite gun is a Holger, so I love every player that plays Holger. Right now the pad is on French hands, and they're getting a couple of... They got 1 tick of progress, right? And some good kills, but they are on the defensive side. They're missing 2 players, make it 1. So they're gonna slow down this push.
Yeah, slowed it down a little bit, just on the edge of getting that first tick of progression. It was stopped shut down there. Senegal have to find a few good kills, but Risk tries to come through the window and get shut down. All of a sudden, Senegal are at that even numbers and losing tick of progression over towards A to that first tick. The French needing to try and speed things up like they did in the hard point, because they've not started off as strong as I thought they were going to.
Oh yeah, definitely. The pad side, A side got really cracked open by them, the France players, right? They're all around it and actually pushing towards the catwalk. What? Catwalk? What? Catwalk? What?
Well, it could be whatever you want to call it, right? Is any call-outs, any work. But the statue is definitely where they want to close out A zone here. 42 seconds remain. But yeah, I added minute will be added. They've got the number by 7. Senegal getting shut down 1 by 1 here as Tops finds another. And that is going to be Risk finally getting that kill feed stop and going there against them anyway. But it's doubled up numbers here. 16 versus 9 in favour of France.
Oh yeah, definitely. What looked pretty solid on the side of Senegal for a couple of seconds at the beginning of this round, and right now it's everything in favor of France, right? We see the Holger in play, we see Boot pushing all across, we have Nerfs on the B side, they are working towards this progress. Lucky somehow shot him down because the French players are all close to yellow. We have some utilities, and the B side is regained by Senegal, but not for long.
Yep. Senegal, 3 players remaining. Chef, Supreme, and No Limit. There is a limit to this, and it's the 3 deaths and you're out, but a couple of kills go their way. They take it down to 8. Still an opportunity if No Limit can find another, and he does do so. Let's see, rotating round the back, but does get shut down as he turns his back against them. Supreme has to come up big time here to try and stop this push here from the French roster. Very unlikely going to happen, and Stoltz will shut Supreme down. France take round number 1.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was a pretty good first round. They had like their position. They had everything that they needed. Hopefully they will not DQ again. But yeah, let's go and listen some French. I really missed hearing them laugh. So let's have some listening on the French side.
Bien joué.
Ça spawn kill les gars, avancez. Prends le blue, quelqu'un va chill.
On a ça bien.
Prends le blue. Stadium. Bah ouais, blue, bah ouais.
Encore, yellow, ça
Il
rentre.
nous fait des culs et il prend pas le blue, frère.
Prends la nuit. Tu fais des quoi?
And they were saying how friendly these Senegal players are for lining up for them back in their spawn to make things easier. France cut them down with the operators, and you've seen the difference. It's a 10 kill difference. The defense of Senegal was alright. Not as good as this French one though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Their rotation towards that spawn trap on the side of France was very, very good. The operators were there. I think we saw Equalizer, we saw Tempest as well. Risk, who is taking some big risks, pushing towards the backside of this B side, right? We have TX, who is trying to hold the players from the side of Senegal in their spawn. We have one shot getting the second kill. That was nasty, and that's why I love Holger, to be honest.
Yeah, there you go. Just spraying and praying as well, hoping that we find any more challenging them, because nobody wanted to. It's all down to Risk. Our reward. There's the reward for 1 at least, but he's got 17 more players to try and deal with from that French side, and it's going to be Shark It comes hunting his prey, finishes him off. 2-0 France. One more round away, and this is France's win. It should have been France's win anyway, but it's going to be France's win in that control by the looks of things. Dominant as always so far in this series. Can they keep it going? Operators are surely about to be pulled out again from that French side because they won't be far off.
Oh yeah, more definitely. We started pretty strong once again. Like France is dominating that A side, you know. We see a lot of players from Senegal dying either by getting killed by guns or by operators. Narcs is already, I think he's on 7 kills, trying to get closer to the spawn on the side of Senegal, but like he keep it strong, you know. They are trying to get him, but I think his accuracy is way better, and his, you know, like control is way better over the gun and the map overall.
Yeah, Clinico there shuts them down, making progression towards A. They've got a 5-man advantage. Look, does manage to take down Talks. He sees one through the window, but says he's already scoped him out, shuts him down. Shark finds Risk. That's going to be the A zone secured here. We're going to have 2 full minutes remaining to try and capture B, but you also have a 7-man advantage. Risk can't do what we've seen Shark do so often with that shotgun in hand, the dodging, the weaving, the moving around and pulling out the shots that you need. Unfortunately, Senegal need to learn from players like Shark when it comes to use of that shotgun up close and personal.
Oh yeah, definitely. That mid push from the side of France was so you know, satisfying to watch. The kills that happened all across the map, you know, it's usually very solid from the side of France, and right now they are holding the B side and they are jumping on it. So Senegal, with the 12 players remaining, right, they are trying to hold medical, they are trying to get some peaks from the side of, you know, France, but I think sometimes their gunfight is not the best. Maybe the ping is an issue, or I'm not sure, but right now France is not staying and waiting for them. They're actually picking up some tick of progress on the B side.
Yeah, picking up progression, definitely. Still 1 minute and 27 seconds remain. Only 6 players remain from Senegal. They're going to have to go big here or they go home well and truly. They still have next week to play for, but it's all for nothing in the end if France come on to win this. 13 versus 4. Chef, start cooking. Unfortunately, that Annihilator makes sure that that job is done. It's all down to Supreme. You can see the players leaving already. D-Chef's had enough. He's left the game before the game is even closed. He's shut down his phone. He is hung it up. He threw it against the wall. Maybe the screen's all cracked, but he's definitely not happy after that. And that's going to be a he's going to self-kill. That's it. He's like, nope, done. Says like, nah. I'll put you out your misery, son. Here you go. France will shut down Senegal in a 3-0 fashion on our control and takeoff, and they will take that flight to that playoffs. Whether they are top of the group or not, they are qualified nonetheless. It'll be interesting to see what they do up against South Africa. If they can take the group spot in first place and look like the top contender for the overall Nations Cup here.
Yeah, poor player. Even the grenade was against him. I feel bad, to be honest. He could have self-nade because like it took too long. And to be honest, France was not even there to wait for him. They were like, you know what, we DQ'd, but I want to go to sleep and let's finish it up very fast. It's a 3-0 as we were expecting, and unfortunately, you know, there was a DQ, something that we don't really like to see, but we again got like another game and, you know, prolonged our suffering here because we are both sick.
Yeah, prolonged the suffering and prolonged your suffering, having to wonder why there's another DQ in EU. But it's been fantastic to cast alongside you, Deanna. It's our first of many potentially as well, because there's still plenty of action in the Nations Cup to come up. We have a full week still of group stages to come along, starting with Monday for Group A. We will see you same place, same time as always, right here on the Atlas GG, and we will see you at that same time. We'll catch you then, and have a good weekend, whatever you're doing. We'll see you soon.
Bye.